On July 1st, 2009, Cristiano Ronaldo completed a move that would shake the face of the football world. Moving from Manchester United to Real Madrid for at the time a record fee of £80 million, Ronaldo would reshape modern footballing history, helping the Spanish Giants to 4 Champions League trophies and picking up an extra 4 Ballon D'Ors. But what if Ronaldo had not wanted to make his dream move? What if he stayed at Manchester United? How would this change the history of the Red Devils? Would Real Madrid still win 4 Champions Leagues? All of that is about to be revealed. Moving into the 2009 off-season, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez was determined to rectify the failure of the previous season. Knowing that Ronaldo was staying in Manchester, Perez decides to keep Arjen Robben for now, and still makes the moves to Kaká, Xabi Alonso and Benzema. Wesley Sneijder is still surplus to requirements and moves to Inter Milan. The only change at United other than Ronaldo staying is that they no longer have the need to pursue Antonio Valencia, whom they are viewed as the Ronaldo replacement. The season begins with a reversal of fortunes for both teams. In Manchester, the departure of Carlos Tevez has forced Ronaldo to adopt a more central role. The transition is seamless. Aided by Rooney and Berbatov, Ronaldo more than makes up for his previous season's disappointment, winning the Premier League over Chelsea and another PFA Player of the Year award. However, the FA Cup and Champions League still evade their grasp, losing in the Champions League final again, this time to Mourinho's Inter Milan team. In Madrid, the season goes horribly. Despite the attacking additions of Kaká and Benzema, they're let down by the defence. Fielding Marcelo, Albiol, Ramos and Garay, the team are miles off the pace of Barcelona and are easily defeated in the Copa del Rey and Champions League. Florentino Perez is not pleased. After the end of the season, Perez instantly sacks Manuel Pellegrini and hires Jose Mourinho. Mourinho and Robben are reunited once again, and the chosen one decides that changes are needed. Bringing in Angel Di Maria and Mesut Ozil, Mourinho alters the formation of the Madrid team. Now fielding Robben and Di Maria on opposing wings, as well as Benzema and Higuain up front, the Madrid team tears through opponents with their attacking mindset. Despite this, however, the team still end the 2010-11 season empty-handed, leaving many to doubt if Real Madrid were the Giants anymore. In Manchester, meanwhile, the addition of Ronaldo is a severe improvement over the original starting winger Nani, easily winning the league and FA Cup. In the Champions League final, again faced off against Messi, Ronaldo does not fold at the opportunity to shine, scoring the winning goal in extra time to help United to a treble and helping himself to another Ballon d'Or. Pep Guardiola is not happy. But one man who is even less happy is Florentino Perez. After signing Fabio Coentrão and Rafael Varane to improve their defensive line, Perez is not done. After a standout season with Santos, Perez swoops in and snags Neymar, fearing they would lose him to Barcelona. The Brazilian is an instant success. Now fielding Neymar and Robben on opposing wings, they terrify defences, with Di Maria and Ozil racking up over 20 assists each and Benzema 35 goals. However, the strain on the young Neymar proves to be costly, as in the 2012 Champions League semi-final, the Brazilian tears an ankle ligament, an injury which would foreshadow what was to come. Madrid manages to win the La Liga and Copa del Rey, but La Decima still eluded them. In Manchester, despite the increased age of their midfield, the combination of Rooney and Ronaldo is still the best in the country, beating out their city rivals in the league. They fail to defend the FA Cup, but do capture the League Cup, before falling to Chelsea in the quarter-finals of the Champions League, gaining revenge for their 2008 final defeat. Let's take a break from Manchester and Madrid to focus on a story in Germany. At Bayern Munich, the absence of Robben is painful, losing back-to-back Bundesligas to Schalke and Dortmund. Club president Uli Hoeneß has had enough of Louis van Gaal, replacing him with Jupp Heynckes at the end of the 2011 season. But this doesn't do much to reverse fortunes, again losing the title to Dortmund and with only a DFB Pokal to show for their efforts. A change was going to be needed. Entering the 2012 season, Manchester United, and especially Ronaldo, recognised the need to inject youth into their squad. With Ronaldo, United no longer have any need to pursue Robin van Persie from Arsenal, but still sign Kagawa from Dortmund. Additionally, they also keep a young midfielder by the name of Paul Pogba, seeing his potential as a replacement for Paul Scholes. The season turns out to be the best of Cristiano's career so far. Spearheading the attack with Rooney and the contributions of Chicharito Hernandez, Ronaldo scores 42 goals in the league and 15 goals in the Champions League, propelling the Red Devils to a league and European double. In Madrid, things are almost as successful. Neymar's a breakout year, Robben scores key goals, and Benzema develops into the best centre-forward in the league, claiming a league and cup double. But again, injury woes hit them in the Champions League, as Neymar hobbles off in a heavy defeat to Manchester United. Furthermore, the rift between legendary goalkeeper Iker Casillas and Jose Mourinho is causing unbearable locker room tension. one of them has to go, and Perez decides that it's Mourinho, replacing the Portuguese manager with Carlo Ancelotti at the end of the season. The transfers for Real Madrid remain the same, except for one crucial one. Tired of losing in the Champions League, Perez decides to move one of his forwards. He decides it to be Arjen Robben, sending him back to Chelsea with Mourinho, replacing him with Spurs star Gareth Bale. Further north in Manchester, Sir Alex Ferguson announces his retirement, providing doubts within Ronaldo. He had become so attached to his great manager that he wasn't sure if he wanted to stay at United without him. Seeing doubts in Ronaldo, Bayern Munich swoop in and break the transfer record just broken by Bale to acquire Ronaldo, partnering him alongside Ribery and Mandzukic, leaving United to rebuild. The 2013 season saw noticeable changes in Europe. With the acquisition of Bale and Ancelotti, Madrid employ a counter-attacking style, using the speed on the wings and the link-up play of Benzema to terrorise opponents. However, this does not work so well in the league, with Barcelona grabbing the league title after an immense season for Messi and Guardiola, who does not move to Bayern Munich. Madrid's focus now turns to Europe. The battle for Europe ultimately rests on two teams, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Meeting in the semi-finals, the first leg in Spain ends in a goalless draw, but the second leg is full of fireworks. Within the opening 10 minutes, Sergio Ramos and Cristiano Ronaldo have a goal apiece, before Bale finishes off a sweeping Madrid move just before the end of the first half. The second half was all about Bayern Munich. Pressurising the Real Madrid defence, they bypassed Madrid's high fullbacks, repeatedly peppering Casillas' goal, but the Spaniard stood defiant. Ronaldo finally manages to find a way through, after a neat pass from Toni Kroos, and the final 5 minutes were torturous for Madrid. Attack after attack for Bayern, but Madrid held firm, winning on away goals and leaving Bayern Munich empty-handed in Europe again. Madrid would go on to beat their crosstown rivals in the final, ending their drought for a 10th Champions League title. Back in England, the city of Manchester is now blue, with City on top and United languishing in a lowly 10th. Many wonder if United and Rooney could survive without Ronaldo. A woeful off-season fails to answer these questions, as they cannot secure Di Maria, as Madrid still need him, but do get Radamel Falcao, now with plenty of room for his big salary. Their standout stars De Gea and Paul Pogba are disgusted. The other off-season news see little changes, except that Toni Kroos stays at Bayern, as he is now one of their standout players alongside Ronaldo, forcing Madrid to keep Xabi Alonso to anchor their midfield. The 2014 season appeared to be going well for the Royal Whites, going unbeaten until January, but an injury to Luka Modric derailed any hopes of a league challenge, with Barcelona taking a league and cup double. The Champions League, however, is a different story. The Blaugrana would fall in the semi-finals to an absolutely stacked Bayern team, who would go on to face Juventus in the final. Juve are outmatched. Bayern pummels what was supposedly the best defence in Europe, with Ronaldo bagging a hat-trick to seal the deal, and the treble. Fast forwarding to the 2015 season, as there aren't any significant changes in the transfer market, the season sees a slight improvement for Manchester United. De Gea plays out of his skin, and Pogba begins to show flashes of the greatness that was promised, carrying United to the FA Cup and a top 4 place in the Premier League, behind surprise champions Leicester. But still, they are yet to fully recover from the departure of Ronaldo. In Europe, it is not quite the expected Final 4 in the Champions League. Chelsea managed to sneak their way past Atletico Madrid and set up an encounter with Barcelona. Although Robben tries his best, it is ultimately Barcelona who triumph, thanks in large part to Suarez, with all the focus on Messi. Their opponents are again Bayern, who beat Manchester City in the semi-finals, after Real Madrid are again blighted by injuries to Neymar. And yet again, Bayern's team is too loaded, with Lewandowski finally showing up to a big match and scoring a brace to return the title to Munich. Messi is not pleased, with only a Copa del Rey to show for the season's efforts. Moving to the 2016 off-season, not much changes, except that Perez has had enough of the lack of success in the Champions League and gets rid of Ancelotti, promoting assistant coach Zinedine Zidane. Mourinho also continues at Chelsea, his Champions League efforts doing enough to keep his job. This contract renewal gives a boost to Chelsea, as they cruise to the season's Premier League title, beating our favourite City, with United elevating to third. But again, the English clubs failed to make any noise in Europe, as this time it is Real Madrid, under the magic of Zidane, claiming their 11th Champions League crown, besting a slightly old-looking Bayern side. Ronaldo is now left to ponder. What next? He had won everything on club level, added Ballon D'Ors, and scored a superhuman number of goals, yet the hunger still remained. The hunger to restore glory. That is it for What If Cristiano Ronaldo Never Left Manchester United. This was such a fun what if to make, even if I missed some details. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it, and subscribe for much more content like this. Also, as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.